Hello, I'm Sam Ingalls and I'm the Editor-in-Chief of Sound On Sound magazine. And I'm Sam from Sound On Sound, and we've come here today to try to settle an argument. You're in a band, or maybe you're a singer-songwriter. You've spent lockdown writing your concept album, you've saved up a bit of money, and now you want to record that album and share it with the world. Well, I'm here to explain why the best way to do that is to hire a professional engineer to record you in a professional studio. And I'm going to explain why you're much better off using that money to buy your own recording equipment and do everything yourself. No way. You're a musician, you want to focus on making music. You do not want to spend the next 6 months doing mic shootouts or trying to comp together 93 vocal takes. That's my job. Yes, but the thing is, studio time's really expensive. You could spend thousands and thousands, and at the end of the day, you've only got a few mp3 files to show for it. It's a bit like renting a house when you have the opportunity to buy one. Spend that money on recording equipment and learning how to use it. That's investing in your future. It's investing in a world of pain. I mean, some people like pain, and that's fine, but let's not underestimate what's involved here. This isn't like renting instead of buying. This is like refining your own crude oil instead of going to the petrol station. Well, it's hardly rocket science. It's not even as though you need that much equipment these days. Everyone's got a computer already. What else do you need? Audio interface, pair of headphones, recording software, couple of microphones. It's already more than the Beatles had, isn't it? Well, good luck getting your metal drum sound with a couple of microphones. But even if that's true, we're ignoring the elephant in the room here. Which is what? The room. The room is the elephant in the room. Yes. What I mean is, where are you going to do all this? When you pay to hire a studio, you're not just paying to use nice equipment and the skills of a good engineer. You're also paying to use a space that's been purposely designed for recording in, where things actually sound nice, where you don't have to stop a vocal take every time a bus goes past. You're paying to use a control room with monitors that's properly set up so that you can actually hear how things really sound. Well, plenty of classic albums have been recorded at home. Yes, in multi-million-dollar rock star homes that probably have a private studio in every wing. Getting a good sound in a domestic house or flat is hard. And for one thing, you've got neighbours. Yes, but these days you can DI anything. You don't need a Marshall stack anymore, just use a plug-in. What about drums? Well, program them. Isn't that going to make your drummer feel a bit left out? Well, all right. If you're in a band, you've got a rehearsal space where you practice. Hire that out for a day, record the drums there, take the files home, do the overdubs at home. Well, yes, you could do that. But don't you want to set the bar a bit higher? This is art you're making here. Doesn't it deserve absolutely the best sound you can possibly get? Not 8 hours in a sweaty industrial unit lined with carpet remnants. Well, yes, but is that really what's important here? The point is, the person who knows your music best is you. Aren't you better off learning how to do this yourself so that you can capture the sound that you hear in your head, rather than going to some random studio because the bass player in Idols follows them on Instagram? But that's exactly the point, isn't it? Production and engineering is a skill in its own right. Someone who's spent the last 30 years capturing the sound that people hear in their heads is actually going to be better at it than you are. I mean, I know how I want my teeth to be. I don't do my own dentistry. Are you sure? Watch it. But isn't it like the old thing about teaching a man to fish? What? You know, buy a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. Go on. Well, it's the same thing, isn't it? You can spend your money buying a studio time fish, or you can learn the skills yourself and have fish for tea whenever you want. Maybe even start catching fish for other people and get paid for that. Like I say, it's about investing in yourself and your skills. So basically turning yourself into an audio engineer, a fisher of sound. Yes, exactly. And eventually maybe being good enough at it to start recording other people's music for them. Yes. Maybe even open a studio of your own. I see where you're going with this. You won't catch me out that easily. All right, well, let me put it another way. How are you going to learn this audio fishing? Well, there's a million YouTube videos out there. Yes, and that's exactly the problem. You don't have time to watch a million YouTube videos, which all contradict each other anyway. You don't have time to wade through 1,000-page forum threads about drum recording. You don't have time to subscribe to every Facebook group on recording. The absolute best way to learn recording is by watching someone do it who's really good at it. So when you pay to hire a studio and an engineer to record your music, you don't just get the best possible recording of your music, you also get an education. So like having your fish and eating it? No. Yes, maybe. What I mean is that hiring a studio is investing in yourself. It's investing in yourself as an artist because you're getting a better recording of your music than you could make yourself. And it's investing in yourself as an engineer because it's the best way to learn engineering. So it's like paying someone else to catch a fish for you, but watching how they do it so that you can learn how to do it yourself. Oh, I suppose so, yes. But if you wanted to learn to fish, I think the other thing that you'd do is look for a really good fishing magazine that carried authoritative reviews of fishing equipment and brilliant articles about how to catch fish with it, sort of Massive Trout Monthly or Mega Carp or something. Is there an equivalent in the world of sound, and a really good magazine about recording audio and how to do it? Well, I'm glad you asked me that, because the new issue of Sound On Sound magazine is out now. You can buy it in newsagents, you can subscribe online, and you can read it for free at soundonsound.com. And whether you're a professional engineer or a home studio owner, it's packed with reviews, tips, features, and techniques that will help you make better recordings. No fish, though. No fish. Oh well, you can't have everything.